But before y'all get here, so let me just focus. Men were never supposed to lead women. It's not true. I used to resent my mother in a way because she was always the head of our house. She was. And she was a better leader in the house too. And I used to resent that because I guess as a young girl, I saw in other households where, women reverence their men. But when I think about it, women have, what's up, Taz? Our live drop, baby. So, I jumped right back in here. It wouldn't even allow me to resume it. So I don't know if the YouTube rules are different. Auntie, your eyes are so big and pretty. I can get lost in them. What's up, Rich? How you doing today? So let me get back into this commentary because YouTube don't like us like that. Can y'all hit the like button and then can y'all hit share and copy link? Please do that, and maybe that'll keep us on because once I get to talking, baby, I be dropping gems. Um, the word woman really basically is about wisdom. The word woman itself, woman, means the womb, and also is talking about wisdom. And also, woman was first, not man. See, oh my God. When it comes to the patriarchy, y'all, ooh, these people done lied about everything. So anyway, that might be too deep for some people, but yeah, we've always been the leader. We've always been the leader. We are emotional intelligent. I'm telling we messed up, and I know so many women in my lifetime. Oh my God, they were treated so bad, but they treated themselves bad because let me calm down, sure, calm down. You done had a long day. Let's do it nice and easy. Let's do it like Tina Turner said. We're gonna do it nice and easy, okay? We're gonna do it nice and easy. But anyway, I know a lot of women who betrayed themselves by giving their power away and then fucked everything up. You were never supposed to listen to what your husband was never supposed to lead you. Women are smarter than men. Man comes from woman. Man was never first. Woman was first. Now we living in a time of Aquarius, okay? Now y'all know damn well, and we gonna keep it funky over here. Y'all know damn well everything that was hidden is gonna be revealed. We've been watching it in real fucking time. We've been watching all the lies be exposed, whether they were documented or not. Our mothers and grandmothers and great great grandmothers and great 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 grandmothers. And maybe some of them knew, but some of them didn't. And the reason why the knowledge is spreading so much and women are decentering men is because every fucking lie that was told is being revealed and all crooked paths are being made straight, period. That deals with the patriarchy, that deals with all this misogyny, that deals with all the lies in the religious books and the whole thing. My observation is in my lifetime that men were never supposed to lead. Men are supposed to do what they are told. Men are supposed to do what the woman says. And I think that's why so many men run around and they do so much cheating and shit like that. I think basically I knew this would be one of those lives. What do you mean? And put a clown up there. What in the world? Your logic is faulty. I know it's faulty because you want to stay in control. You want to be, you want to just feel like you have a right, a born right, like you were just given the birthright, that one of these days a woman or two or three or four or five would just worship you because you're male. You were born too late. You should have been born like 30 years ago. But right now, in our world now, women are decentering men all over the planet. And but it's gonna work good for men because it's gonna take the fucking pressure off y'all's back. Anyway, the pressure need to be taken off y'all back because y'all don't have the capacity to begin with. So nobody never asked you guys to figure out how to run the family and how you're gonna do this and do. Nobody never asked you to do that. Only thing you were supposed to do is what you were told to do, what the woman told you to do. Been here 2 minutes and you have judged me already. Damn right, always gonna judge you. So on all powerful creature is supposed to take orders from a being that can't even decide what they want to eat. Women decide everything. Show me how woman is in charge. Woman is in charge of her vagina. Who you gonna sleep with if all women say no? Hmm? What you gonna do with that penis that you cannot control? Hmm? If all women say no, what you gonna go through the back door of your best male friend? Women are closing their legs all over the globe. And women are saying to other women, no, listen, nobody, we don't want anybody to get pregnant until after 2030. No babies being born either. Period. Women too emotional and use manipulation to get what they want. Men are even more emotional. That's a lie. But it's crazy because most men say this, and but you guys are more emotional. Hmm. Oh, I have more than one man. I have at least three or four. I have at least three or four. Now, which one is my lover? That's my business. But I got more than one man. Men come from different backgrounds and neighborhoods. We hold the crazy in and unleash it out. Uh huh. Now, I do feel guilty in a way. Um, because I'm the mother of three men. I have three sons. Uh, 38, 34, and 28. The oldest and the youngest 10 years apart, and then the other one 34. But I'm happy for my sons. I'm happy. What's up, Sierra in the building? I'm happy that they are hearing for the first time all this fucking pressure that this world has put upon you to be a man and told you that you were wise and that you are the leader of the home and that you are the protector of women, which is that's one of the biggest lies, because if women need to be protected, who the fuck did they need protection from? If men are the protectors of the house, protect the woman, then who did the woman need protection from? Y'all share the live and hit the copy link. Who did the women need protection from? They needed protection from men. Men were jealous and they dethroned women. The first God that was ever known was a woman. It wasn't the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost. It was not that. It was not Jehovah Jireh. It was not Jehovah Shishkanu. It wasn't Jesus or Buddha or Muhammad. It was woman. Woman was the first God. Woman is the original God. Hmm. Oh, yes, it is true. Oh, yes, it is true. Um, this is not about feminist. This is not about that. This is also about the divine masculine. But the divine masculine is the woman as well. It is not the man. There's no such a thing as no alpha male. That's all ego. It's not real. It is not real. It is absolutely fake. Men are more emotional than women. Y'all, welcome to my live. My name is Cheryl Grabowski, and this is the first time you've ever heard this level of truth. It's the first time. I'll be glad when somebody comes in here that knows what I'm talking about. While she raised three sons, shake my head. These women are gone. Ego. No, no, no. It's not women that are suffering with ego issues. It is men. We do our job and we finish our job. Uh-huh. What's up, Scott? How you doing? Men were never supposed to rule. Y'all know y'all can't rule. Y'all know y'all can't be in leadership. You know you can't. You know you have not seen a wonderful, uh, ethical, moral man without a good woman. You know you ain't never seen it before because it don't exist. Whenever you find a high profile, wonderful man, he has a fucking fantastic woman that he listens to. You understand me? Men are nothing without women. Nothing. And God made it that way. Hmm. So what men can do is they can be a titty baby all their life. They can walk around in a fucking fake ass ego. They can run that dangalang everywhere around the world and remain a boy for the rest of their life because they will never, never come into their manhood without a real woman. And we ain't talking about no, we're not talking about the kind of woman now that centers men. That's not the type of woman that he need in order to become a real man. He don't need that kind of woman. He don't need that kind of woman that's too empathetic, that's always worrying about what he need. He don't need that. He will not develop that way. What's up, Bernie? God bless you too. Looking from looking for some special woman on live. Just looking. What's up, artist Dudley? You're good. You're English Catholic. Well, I heard. What's up, Chris? I heard that a lot of people are leaving the Catholic faith because of Paula White. She done told the commander in chief that God don't speak to Catholics. He only God only speaks to him because she is his prophet. That's what she done told Paula White, done told the commander in chief. And now the politicians are leaving the Catholic faith. Uh, I can definitely understand. I come from a wonderful woman that led many women and men. Yep. They created all of those male figures in order to uphold the patriarchy and to rule and dominate the world. They created that fake money system. Like everything that we see and deal with is a creation from these fake ass men who fucked up our world. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Everything. Want to know why men and women can't stay together? You want to know about men and women can't stay together no more because men were never supposed to lead. That's why. That's the real reason why. Okay? That's the real reason why. That's why men and women can't stay together. Men don't have enough. Oh my God, Lord, don't get me talking. I love you too. What's up? Women take over, please. Okay, Jeremy. Look, there are so many men. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Hold on, y'all. One second. There are so many men who figured this shit out. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Some of y'all might be hearing this shit for the first time. Oh, no, no, no.
Dangerous woman is the woman who is sweet and caring and bubbly and fun and loyal and will give you everything she has.
Hold on. Women, um, women who resist the patriarchy. Hold on. I just come in here for a minute, honey. Hold on. What's up, OG Kicks?
It's always F the patriarchy until you expect them to plan the date and pay for your dinner. It's always all men suck until you realize that 99% of the things you use that make your life easier were invented by
Girl, shut up.
the hate videos against Megan. The people in patriarchy has destroyed the mind of the woman. So looking back, I think one of the most
Hold on,
helpful
y'all.
realizations for me as a woman that has chosen to So I couldn't find your question, but I did want to answer it. Why do I hate patriarchy so much?
Listen.
You know what's amazing to me is how you colonizers can seem to understand the idea of oppression as it centers around your race, but as it relates to gender, well, somehow the concept just escapes you.
Did y'all hear what she just said? She said, so when it comes to black men, they will kick against the colonization, right? They understand that the European came and colonized the black and brown people, the Indians and the black people, okay? Because we both were here. They understand that part. But they don't understand that the patriarchy and the colonizers basically did that to the religious literature as well. They wrote themselves into power that way as well. See, long time ago, long time ago, because we do understand the religious books all came from Africa. They all came from Africa. They do not belong to white people. Okay. Jesus was not white, and Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John were not his disciples because there were no white names, okay, over there in Africa or the Middle East. So those are lies. It's not true. Okay. We first of all, let's do that. Second of all, black men can understand that part. They can understand the colonization part, but they don't want to let go of the patriarchy that was also created by the same exact people. When they took Mother Earth away, or the first female god who was black, the first and the oldest mummy that exists in the world is a black woman. And all of us come from the black woman and were made by the black woman. The first God was a female black woman. Now, somewhere along the way, there was a group of people that decided to make God male. Father, Son, Holy Ghost. Where's the woman? Not only did they get rid of the female God, but then they got three more and made sure that all three were male. All three. So what they did, just like they colonized America, because America was brown people and caramel people, they also did it using religion. Now listen, this channel is a real channel. Cheryl Grabowski is a real person. And this place I call the Deep Laners. Okay. So some of y'all are hearing this for the first time. And I love that for you. I love that for you. All right. God is a man and he's not. No woman could ever be God. Yes, she is. Everyone knows that and they don't. This might be your first time hearing it. There are millions and millions of people who know the truth, including white men, because I've heard them talk about it. I've heard them talk about it. God is exactly a woman. And now, since we are in the time of the Aquarius, all lies will be exposed. And I just exposed one of the biggest lies that was ever told. Men go to jail just to get some peace. Men are their own worst enemies, not women. God is a cartoon character to some people. What's up, Nikki? Make you not believe in wait a minute. Make you not believe in religion, and girl, I gotta believe in something bigger than myself. There's nothing bigger than you. It's God in you, through you, as you. You've been living your whole life letting people outside of you tell you who God is and what God is. Did you write the Bible? No, you didn't. Did the people that told you about religion write it? No, the fuck they didn't. Have you ever seen God? No, you haven't. Have your pastor ever seen God? No. Did your mama see God? No. Has anybody that you've ever known in your lifetime seen God? No. Those are other people telling you about God, and those people are just like you. They are no different. So the best way to find God is to look within and not to look without. Well, what does look without mean, Cheryl Grabowski? That means looking for God outside of you. Are you a living being? Yes, you are. Do you breathe? Of course you do. Can you think? Yes. Are you alive? Yes. Then where's God in you? In you. In you. All right, so yeah, men were never supposed to lead. Oh my God, what an atrocity. And I have three sons that I love to death, but we want to take the weight off of men. We want to take it off because they are not qualified to lead. Now, I was talking to my son. We are God. Thank you, Nikki. I was talking to my son today about Michelle Obama. And I was telling him, I said, I would imagine that Michelle Obama, being a smart black woman, always been smart, always been ahead of her class, always been tall, always had a really nice figure, always was kind. I'm sure everywhere she went, even when it came to her mother and her father, her friends, her mates, her family members, everybody loved Michelle Obama because she's an exceptional woman, right? So I would imagine that her being in that White House and being subjected to the patriarchy and around so many people who are patriarchal and who are really toxic and terrible, who hated her, first of all, for being a woman, secondly, for being black, and thirdly, for being smart as fuck, and fourthly, with not having any type of scandal ever associated with a woman who is wonderfully kind, beautiful, empathetic, morally upright. That woman, she has been trampled on and treated like a dog from the patriarchy and narcissistic people, and especially Caucasian people who have done that to Michelle Obama. She is traumatized because she is a beautiful person, and she's never been abused until she got around those white people. I went over to her channel and I listened to her talk about her trauma. She is fucking traumatized by dealing with those jealous ass, non character, low moral, terrible ass narcissist, white supremacist people. She's a beautiful, brilliant woman. She had a mother that birthed her out and a brother who is exceptional and very smart too. And they were loved to damn death by their father and their mother. The patriarchy is horrible, and everybody is seeing straight through it. Everybody. What Michelle, I told my son, he says, Mama, is it that deep? I said, yes, it's that deep. They oh my God, they've hurt her, guys. I want y'all to go to Michelle Obama's YouTube channel and just say, Michelle, I love you, and put lots of hearts. Please, y'all don't understand. And you might say, Cheryl, I mean, she doesn't care about us. There are people around her that love her. Yeah, lots of people love her. But I'm just saying, she, as much hate as they gave her, can we just give her love, please? Y'all don't understand. She wasn't traumatized as a child. She came from an exceptional family of love and dignity and honor and beautiful things. And she wasn't abused until she got to that goddamn White House. She never experienced abuse. She never knew what it was. And to the point where she almost resents her husband. It's not almost. She does resent him for taking her into that life where she would be traumatized and put down and called the most horrible things by white people, only because of the color of her skin and because she is an exceptional, excellent ass fucking person, and they are jealous and they hurt her. They hurt her. She is hurt. And I don't know if she can recover from it. Y'all are saying, Cheryl, you doing too much right now. I'm not. I'm saying she is really hurt. It's a shame what they did to her. She didn't deserve to be treated that way. She didn't deserve it. They only did it because of the color of her skin. She didn't do anything. Michelle Obama, she didn't do anything but be great. That's what she did. She went to the best college. She made the best grades. She was spectacular. And she's hurt by the patriarchy. And so are women in general. And I want to say this too before I end the line. Black men are hurting black women. The patriarchy hurt black women, black men, and black babies. The patriarchy taught the behavior and the ways to black men. And now in 2026, black men are using the patriarchy to hurt black women. The black woman is God. She's the closest thing to God. We're the closest thing to God. A white doctor told me in real fucking life 10 years ago in the ICU when my granddaughter was born 2 months early, and he saw how awesome her fucking body was and what she was able to do, and she was born 2 months early. He said, I want to tell you something. I said, what is it? He said, do you know who is the brightest, the smartest, the fastest, the youngest, the most gifted in the ICU? I said, who? He said, it's the black female. I done told y'all the black woman is God. You're not gonna get closer to God except and through a black woman. I'm telling you right now. And in the year of Aquarius, where we are right now, all lies are being exposed. And when it tells you that God is a man, that is a lie. And that is the biggest lie that's been told. I want everybody on this live to put in this comment section, the black woman is God. Put it in there. I want y'all to see it. I want y'all to write it. Richard, take what I say and go do your research, okay? The patriarchy told you that God is a man and that his name is Elohim. God has never been a man. God has always been a woman. The man does not have a womb. His body cannot birth a child. The man is not a portal. The woman is the portal. The woman is the key to life. It will always be that way, and it's never going to change. It is so crazy how we've been fucking gaslit. We see the evidence, we see it in real color, in true time, and yet and still we believe the lie. There's so many lies that have been told, but we are spiritual beings, and all of these lies are going to be straightened out. You might say, sure, Grabowski, this is kind of scary because when you find out that everything that you've been told is a lie, this ain't no different than finding out that the mother that raised you is really not your mom. And the daddy that you call father is really not your daddy. That your aunt and uncle, the ones that you call aunt and uncle, those are your real parents. But you feel emotionally that the ones that raised you are your real parents, but they are not. That is not true. Just because you are emotionally attached to an idea or some type of ideology doesn't mean it's real or true. God is a woman. God has always been a woman. There's a reason why the patriarchy changed it and flipped it. They wanted the power. Okay? The first conceptualization we as humans have had of divinity has been the mother goddess. I want y'all to listen. This is my thing. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. Thank you, Rich the Fish. Do your research. And your research is not calling your pastor. Do your own research. Do your own research. We all have been fed the same lies. Eve bit the apple. Ain't no such a thing. Ain't no such a thing. You guys say you love God, right? You guys say you love the truth. But then when you hear the truth, you call it a lie. Because you are emotionally attached to the story that you've been told. It's not real. It's not real. Oh my God. Everybody said that there's a new earth and a new heaven, right? I believe that. I believe that when you decide that you're going to believe this lie about the Adam and the Eve and the apple, because that's the patriarchy, and actually everything that's going on in this world is uh is in alignment with those stories of Adam and Eve and that apple. Patriarchy, the Bible. God is a man. That's the old system. That's the 3D world. hmm It's not so much about the black family. It's about the black woman. When everybody treats the black woman the way that she's supposed to be treated, when the black man especially treat the black woman the way that she's supposed to be treated, all things will work out for our good. Everything will be put in alignment, life will make sense, and everything be straightened out. But it can't be straightened out with lies. Y'all wondering why the fuck is everything being so crazy? Why is everything going so crazy? Why are these men that are in charge of this world? Why is WAR going on? Why is MURDER going on? Why are people starving? Why is all this calamity going on? It's because of men. I keep telling y'all that. I told you, put women in leadership all over the globe and we'll solve every world issue in 12 months. I told y'all that. Men are the problem. I need y'all to get used to saying that. Even if you are a man, do your research. Hold yourself accountable. There's no need. See, this is the thing. You guys have been given this privilege for so long, and this privilege is destroying you. It's destroying you. It is not real. It's fake power and privilege. It's not real. It's not real. The point is that how many women keep the world going because men cannot birth babies, whether they belong to whomever, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Barack Obama's father wasn't a good dad, but he ended up being the president of the United States. Doesn't matter. There's a lot of people that were born in not so good situations because we live in a real world. This is not a heaven. This is earth. Okay? We as people, we're not perfect. We're not angels. Life happens. Okay? Well, of course, we're not perfect. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. Lies were told. History is not history. History is somebody's story, but it's not the real story. Cheryl is telling you the real story today. I love you very much. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. When I see women putting fires out in oil rigging eels, start to believe women have done more than that. What is that? What is that? Those women who were they? They were in the military. Nikki, do you know who I'm talking about? The three black women who that were in the military and they solved some type of math equation. What was that story about? Y'all do y'all history over here in this app, okay? I don't tell me nothing about what your mom and daddy told you. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck if you 42. Don't tell me what your mama said and your mama 82. I don't want to hear anything your mama said. I want you to question everything that you've been told. I want you to question everything that you've been told by your mother, your pastor, your father, your professor, everything. Because college is an institution as well. And whenever you're dealing with any type of institution, uh, you can be, what's that word? Oh, Jesus, Lord, just slipped my mind. Indoctrinated. I forget the movie with Taraji. Yes. So I don't want to do your research, baby. Do your research. Cheryl Grabowski ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong, but you do have to have courage. That's what I need for y'all to have. I need you to have courage and I need you to be curious about what's true. Don't fucking get in my face and tell me that your mama said. I don't want to hear nothing about what your mama said. I don't care. I won't hear nothing about what your pastor said. I don't care. I want you to do your own research. You understand me? Do your own research. Because, see, what might be going on with you is that the life that you want to live, you can't live it because you live in a lie. You're going to end up having the same thing that your mom and daddy had because you believe in the same thing that they believed, which was a lie. They didn't know no better. They just did what they were told. They believed what was taught them without questioning. On this channel, we use critical thinking. We think everything. We question everything and then we rethink it more than once or twice. Okay? Men don't love women. We come in your face. How old are you? That sounds like a comment from a child. Are you a child? That sounds like a child. What do it mean? I don't nobody knows what that means. Um Do your research. That's- I mean, if I tell you not to believe me, right? If I say don't believe me, and I tell you to do your research, then what does that sound like to you? Right? Because what the church tell you to do is not to do the research. Ain't that what they tell you to do? They told you don't be reading them books. Ain't that what they say? That's what they tell you to do. But that's not what I say. I say do your own research. Care enough about the truth to search it out yourself. That's what I say. That's what I say. Do your own research, right? God is a woman. What else would God be? Shit, are you crazy? This thing has changed my life. It has completely changed my life. It has completely, men don't have the intuition. They don't have it. Mhm. Christianity is white supremacy, not of God. Christianity is white supremacy. Did y'all know that? Oh my God, they hand that Bible to black people. It's sad. It's like a poison. Okay, Nikki. Okay. Girl, I ain't even realized it was 9:46. Thank you for being here, boo. Um, yeah, it is white supremacy. Boy, I tell you what, whoo. Then white supremacy did a job on us. It did a job on us. I mean, when it convinced you that your God is white, and when it convinced you that black people were cursed, oh my God, black people was cursed. Why would your God curse your people? Why would God curse people? Curse people? Curse people? Why would your God curse people? Mm. I asked y'all a question. Why would your God curse people, curse a whole race of people? Why would God do that? Anybody got any answer to that? Why would God curse people? And then I've heard because he want them to suffer on earth and afterlife. Why would God want that? What's wrong with that picture right there? Why would you serve a God that wants you to suffer? Hmm? Why would you willingly serve a God that wants you to suffer? Is that just? Do you feel like it's just that your God curse a race of people and then put a timeline on it, say that these people will suffer for 400 years for the sins of your forefathers because of what your forefathers did? You're gonna I'm a curse you for 400 years. Why would y'all talk to me? Do you feel like that's just, or do you feel like that God can do that because God is God? What kind of religion is forced by fear? Hmm. Let's deal with the word forced. Like when a man forces himself on a woman, like when he forces himself, you know what I mean? He takes what he wants by force. But we're not talking about a man. We're talking about God. So why would a God do that? You would think that there was some other kind of way to fix the situation. Do you guys know the answer to that question? Fear is stronger than love. Uh First of all, fear is not stronger than love. That's the first thing. And why would you're still not answering the question? Y'all give me something. Why would a just God punish a race of people for 400 years? And that race of people would go into slavery and would suffer more than any group of people that's ever been on the planet Earth, period. When you think about, for instance, when you think about um when you think about slaves being hung upside down, that's one thing. Because y'all know that slaves suffered more than Jesus. You know that, don't you? What they went through was way worse than Jesus. But when you think about being hung upside down in a penis put in your mouth, when you think about being whipped until your bones show, when you think about being starved, and you think about the slaves being thrown off the boat, and you think about transporting slaves and urine and vomit and shit everywhere while packed like sardines. And there was one captain, they recorded that he threw 138 people off the boat because the insurance for the dead slaves would be more than the money that he made if he got them back to the port in North Carolina. So when you think about all of that, babies being fed to alligators and all that horrible, horrible stuff. I'm sure most of the story hadn't been told. But when you think about all that, and God foreknowing, seeing and feeling uh all of the atrocities that they would feel, because they felt it all, right? Because they were they felt it all, right? All the tears, all the prayers, all the crying, all the suffering, all the dying, all of it. Like when God said it first, 400 years, you're going to be slaves to a group of barbaric demons, and they won't have empathy for you. Eventually I'm going to send my son to die for everybody, but you and your people are going to go through way more than what my son ever went through. And so then because I'm God right now, then because consider that just, because you and your people, you deserve every bit of what I'm doing to you. So I'm asking you in the chat, I'm asking you to use your critical thinking, and I'm also asking you to feel, you know, some of what they went through. Because you got parents, right? You got parents that you love. Okay, just imagine your father being pulled up with a rope on a tree. Him begging and kicking and screaming. Not the slave. I want you to put your father up on the rope in the tree. And I want you to do it right now. Put your dad on the rope. Put him on the rope. Now his feet is kicking and he's drooling and your mother is crying and dropping to the ground while somebody is torching your house and now the house is burning. Your father's feet are still kicking. Put your dad there. Okay. So since your father is on the rope, why do you think a God would do something like that? Is there another word for slavery? Because first of all, I need you guys to put your family member in those positions. See, this is an exercise and I need you to do it before you answer me because I don't want you to answer me until you see your dad hanging from the rope. And then I want you to put in a chat what that feels like for what it feels like in you, but that's your dad. And then put up there what you think he felt when his feet were kicking and his blood vessels were bursting in his neck, in his head, and in his heart. While he's scared to death because he knows that once he's unalive, ain't no telling what they are going to do to his wife and to his children. Cheryl ain't submissive to none but YouTube. And so when you do this type of exercise, because what we're doing now is an exercise that is absolutely an exercise of empathy that is putting yourself in somebody else's shoes emotionally. Now, if you were a robot and you didn't have a range of emotions, then you wouldn't give a fuck about your dad hanging from a rope on a tree. You wouldn't care. So now put your mama on the rope. Put her on the rope on the tree in front of your front door. Put your mama on the rope. And now her feet are kicking. Put your mother on the rope in front of you and your siblings, and your dad is standing there crying, and her feet are kicking. Now think about God. JC says, sure, I can't do it. I want you to do it, JC. Everybody on the live, put your mother on that rope. Do it now. Put her on there. What's up, Crowder? And that's what I'm telling y'all. God didn't say that. God had nothing to do with it. God had nothing to do with that. Y'all think I'd be talking bad words, say ugly things about God. I wouldn't dare. Now, the God that they describe, I despise him. But the God that I know didn't put anybody on that rope, didn't tell those people to put them on that rope, didn't put anybody, didn't put anybody into captivity for 400 years. That is a lie. Anyway, Don't you lie on God. There is no way to justify it either, or either. There's no way to justify it. There's no way. I think in 2026, we got to be careful about what we believe God says and what God does. I believe in you guys. I believe in you guys that's on this live. This is the thing. You're on my live because you're attracted to me energetically. Some people physically, but energetically, yes. You're curious about what I say. You're drawn here. It's for a reason. I'm telling you, there's been a lot said about God that God ain't got nothing to do with. I'm attracted to your clarity of thought, Auntie. Thank you, Rich the Fish. Now, I know a lot of people are not on my level. I get it. And I know that for some of y'all, critical thinking is new. And then I know that certain ideas have been planted in your mind, in your subconscious. I know that. And I know it's hard to get it out. And I know that for some of the things I say, it's hard to create a new pathway in your brain for what's already there. So there is a unlearning that has to come about in order for you to remove some of the things that are there and replace them with other new things, but not just because I say it. It's more about you considering it and you sitting and thinking it out and then putting the pieces together. But anyway, y'all, kisses and hugs. Y'all have a wonderful night because I did not know that we were going to do a Deep Laners exclusive. But anyway, kisses and hugs. God ain't said none of that crap. I love God real bad. Real bad. I love God real, real bad. Good night, JC. Oh, God, I love God real bad. And every day, I'm rethinking what I believe about God. My bills are paid. God makes sure my bills are paid. He don't want the Grabowski outside, honey. Okay? Not the good outside, but the bad outside. Because the administration wanna woo the administration wanna buy. Listen, I gotta tell y'all a secret. Rich the Fish, I gotta tell y'all a secret. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. So the administration, they done got together and the investors, the Wall Street investors. So they done had this conversation and go like this here. Listen, I'm telling y'all the truth now. Ain't nobody else gonna tell y'all this, because I heard it. It's the truth. They done got together and they said, listen, we don't want nobody. First of all, we don't want no middle class. That's the first thing. Second of all, we don't want them to be able to buy houses. So with all this money that we made from manipulating the stock market, from the inside trading, we gonna get together and we gonna start calling around the downtown area in every state and city in the United States. We want to buy up all the single family homes, every fucking one of them. We're gonna offer HELOCs. We just gonna if we don't buy the house outright, what we want to do is we want to throw you some money, but you're not gonna read the fine print. But when we throw you the money, then our name go on the deed, and when you die, it's our house. See what I'm saying? So they in it to win it. See, right now, you got to have your head in the game. I can't stand when a motherfucker think I don't have my head in the game. My head is always in the game. Always. These people dirty. They dirty, y'all. On the other side of the situation, the people at the top are playing for keeps. They do not plan to come down off of their high place. They do not plan to do that. Mm-mm. They do not plan. Today in Louisiana, they were successful. Supreme Court 6-3 when it comes to redistricting. And so they drew the maps and they got rid of a whole lot of black people from being able to vote. It happened today in Louisiana. I'm talking about whole bunch of people, like millions. And they were successful today. Now, they believe that they were able to do this in Louisiana, but Louisiana is the place where they tried it out. You know what I'm saying? And since they were able to do it, then they reckon that they'll do it in other states, but they started in Louisiana. The people at the top do not plan to come down from their pedestal. What's up, Stefan? They do not plan to come down. I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I'm playing the devil's advocate, but I'm keep it funky again. When you leading, when you at the top, when you winning, you'll do anything to keep somebody from getting your position. And that's what they are doing. So they playing dirty, right? They ain't gonna give nobody nothing. They playing dirty. They're lying. They're cheating. They stealing. It's a doggy dog world. Real bad. Real bad. So I ain't gonna say too much, but I do want to say that because y'all know we got away from this kind of talk. But anyway, I've been keeping my eye on them and I'm completely engaged because yeah, I gotta know what's going on. It makes me sick on the stomach when I think about how what's up, PGA Bishop, when I think about how successful Rich the Fish they were when it came to regentification. Because y'all know that was the first tier of everything that we see right now. And I believe these are my thoughts. I believe that because they were super successful, I believe that the Heritage Foundation got everything to do with even the regentification all over the United States. I swear to God, you can't tell me no different. Because regentification also is white supremacy. Regentification is also white supremacy. But hey, fuck it. You know what I mean? And you got to look at it like this. You got to look at it. So for Black Americans, let me just let y'all know for y'all on here, okay? Black people are not the only people that's pissed off with what's going on. White people are pissed off too. And white women really need to bide the line and check their damn P's and Q's, okay? Because they don't have anything good planned for white women either. White women might as well be just as good as fucked up as black people, Mexican people, brown people, okay? Because the YT men, they ain't studying the white women because most of them got boyfriends. They fucking, a lot of them gay, especially conservative ones. So they don't like their women no way. They just beards. I'm telling y'all, it's a lot going on. But let me say this right here. PGA Bishop. Let me tell you this right here. The people at the fucking top, and I hate to use this word, but I gotta keep it real. Nobody at the top is just gonna let you come and take their motherfucking spot. They not gonna do it. Most YT men actually hate their YT women. I know. I don't know what's going on with that. And white women need to find out what the fuck is going on with that. What? But nobody at the top. Nobody. Nobody is just gonna let you come and take their fucking spot. Nobody at the top is just gonna hand it over to you. Y'all know that. Us black people, we know that. But I want the white people to know something too. What's up, Mike? How you doing? We're not going back to where we were. We're not going back. I don't know if the white farmers are like, black people, we need you to pick our tomatoes, our cucumbers. What is going on? We're not going, we're not going back. No, they're not gonna never let us earn it. Duh. Cause they cheat. They're not gonna let black people earn it. We been earned it. You about to trigger the shit out of me with that comment right there, baby. Ooh, woo. We been earned it. They're creating legislation. Ooh, they're incorporating white supremacy, white nationalism into turning it into legislation and creating laws to disenfranchise black people. Ooh, black people been earned it. They're saying, yeah, look, hey, this what they saying. No, no, no. You're black. We're never going to we're never gonna play fair. Black people been earned it. Don't do that. So I couldn't help but think, because we're gonna take it one step deeper. I couldn't help but think, there has to be a revolution. A revolution is the only answer. Y'all know that? First of all, black people and white people, not those white people, but the other white people. The ones that really believe in fairness and equality and democracy, those white people. Black people and white people got to work together to get rid of those people. The RICH people. Because they got our money. They took our money. They took our money. They took our money. They're taking our money. They're taking all our money right now. So, excuse me, y'all, my nose was itching. There has to be a revolution. This land is about to get cleaned. How? How is the land going to, what, the Anunnaki is going to clean the land? But there has to be a revolution. Y'all know that, don't you? I bet they all got top-notch security. You know they do. There has to be a revolution. Y'all know that, don't you? Because my final thought, by the way, listen to this. It's my final thought. So if you're taking, this is so fucking deep. Oh my God, it's about to make me cry. But listen, if you're taking, boo boo, hold on, you come in here at the wrong time. If you're taking white supremacy and white nationalism, and you're turning it into legislation, and it's anti-black, it is not fair. It is not just. It is their way or the highway. It is, you're never going to make it to where we are. And then by us turning it into law, we're going to put you in jail too. So we're going to take what you have, and that might include land, jobs, property. We're going to stop you from being educated, and then we're going to put you in jail. So our laws are going to be unjust, won't be fair. When you're dealing with their doctrine, they are anti black and brown. They do hate black and brown people. They don't believe that black and brown people can lead. They believe that they are supposed to be our leaders. And when they start making laws and putting it into the law, that's the worst part. Because not only are they going to take what you have and make sure that you can't be educated, but then they're going to put you in jail. And what is that? Somebody put it down in the chat. What is that? If just gave you the problem, what is the answer? What is the solution? Mm, mm. Hold on for a minute. Let me check something out. What is Hotel California?
Hotel California is a song by American.
No. So I'll answer it for you. I'll answer it since y'all want to play with me in this chat. What is that? It's slavery. We're never going back there. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Jeremy. We're never going back there. Has to be a revolution. Y'all know that. I talked to my ex. He's Caucasian. He said, Cheryl. Loretta says, right. So America could be, since they want what they want, and they've been planning it for 50 years, at least 45, then that's like putting two dogs in a cage. There'll be a revolution. Y'all know that. But anyway, slavery never ended. Read the 13th Amendment. Oh boy, I got some good information for y'all. Hold on, child. There's something outside of the 13th Amendment. Ooh. Because black and brown people don't belong to the United States. We're not of the corporation of the United States. Did y'all know that? We're not of the United States. Yeah, because we were here 100 years before the United States even became, even longer than that, before that. We can prove that black people are indigenous to America. Y'all, I'm telling you, it gets so deep, but we have to talk about that another time. But I do want y'all to listen to this girl right here. Listen. Shut up, boo boo. Loretta said it's slavery, and I feel like we're trapped here because I hear other countries are worse. What's on it? Speak on it, Q. Hey, listen. Birthright oral arguments, then we're going to use that as the foundation of
Listen to
our
this.
claim to continue to tell these people that our mothers are not under this your subjection. Our birthright is through the baby follows the belly on American soil, not through the United States citizenship. Okay, so we're from the baby follows the belly in 1662 and 1682. The United States was not formed until 1787. And I just found out a very, very important piece of information, which is that in 1777, so she's talking about something called the baby follows the belly. I done told y'all they got so many black historians and so many people that are in the know. These people are saying that they lied about the transatlantic slave trade, that the GOV knows that this is our land. It doesn't belong to them anyway. It never did. So when people say reparations, there's something even more intense than reparations. Mhm. It's a lot going on. I done told y'all everything that's been hid is gonna be revealed. Didn't I tell y'all that? And all lies will be exposed. I told y'all that. Listen to what she say. I don't know, but listen. Morocco recognized the free people of America and the Moors and said that you cannot enslave these people. So you double didn't have jurisdiction to continue the baby follows the belly law. And we'll get into that more from the Moors. So she just mentioned the Moors. I heard some stuff about the Moors, but I don't know much about it. But it's a lot. But now I just want to let y'all know this. Black people are learning, but this is what they say. This is what they say. Y'all got to let me go. I got to go to work in the morning early. But this is what they say. It is a spiritual thing that the DNA and also the information from our elders is in our DNA, and we are just coming alive to it, but also with the historical facts. Now she called it baby follow the belly. So y'all do y'all research on that. Find out what that was, but that's basically means that Indians and black people, this is our land. So when they say that they conquered it, you can't do that. They're go- ooh, it's just a lot going on. We have a lot of history here, especially in the Grand Canyon. Yeah, Loretta, I heard about that. I love your channel. You're educating us, Miss Cheryl. Come back when you can. I will, Loretta. But I heard a lot about the Grand Canyon. And I heard, oh my God. Ooh, I heard a lot. Oh, there's so much information out, Jesus Christ. Y'all, we all gotta breathe. Black people, white people, Chinese people. I'm talking about all of us literally have to breathe. Because my thing is, as a white person, how the fuck do you feel when your ancestors told you all those lies? How do you feel when the very thing that you're standing on is not true? It's not just us that's been lied to. White people have been lied to too. The majority of white people don't know this shit. They never thought about it. For most of my life, I thought it was just the damn Indians. But they named us Indians. They didn't want to mention that it was black people and Indians. They called black people Indians. Mm, you know? And then people are not informed. Like people are just okay. Oh God. So net Israel. Israel. Y'all always say get me in fucking trouble. Listen, the Jews, the white ones, they not the real Jews. Those are black people too. Everybody know. Even Putin knows. Everybody know. I'm sorry. If I'm telling you this for the first time and you don't know this, I'm sorry. I'm serious. They lied about everything. I don't understand in its entirety why, but it's just got to be an ugly picture. It's got to be very ugly. Mr. Mountain Beast, watch him even though he's white, he's very educational. You say his name is Mr. Mountain Beast? Everything in existence comes from the darkness, everything. For my white friends, my ex-husband was white, right? For my white friends and, because my channel is very diverse. Y'all, you've been lied to too. I'm serious. It's so many lies. Oh my God, when we it's it's a lot, y'all. I have to like take little bites off of it because it really overwhelms me really bad. Find the original Martin Luther King speech. I have a dream. It's like 3 hours long, explaining the truth about we were already. Shut the fucking front door, Loretta. You know it's not in the Martin Luther King speech. No wonder they blew his face off. What about Malcolm X? Did he know? Y'all, black people are indigenous to every part of this world, even in Russia and Alaska. Black people were already here in America. This is our land, not theirs. We know for sure Caucasian people are not from here. This is not their land, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. It is so sad. Um, not G9. Do your research. We are indigenous to the earth, period. All people come from black people. Even in China, in Asia, Tokyo, all those are we are oh my God. I'm telling you. Y'all just don't we're gonna learn on this channel. We're gonna learn together, okay? This is very overwhelming. It is a lot. It's a lot of information. Um, there are multiple different species of humans. They look like us. Who is they? What do you mean species of human? We are the most human. Black people are the most human. White people have a lot of animal DNA. The Chinese, oh yes, they do. I got family members that look Chinese. Very much so. Hmm. Black people are indigenous to the whole earth. Don't make me whine. We're so wonderful. Oh my God, I don't understand why black people are treated the way we are the ancient people. Everybody knows it though. Yes, we have different DNA, therefore different mutations. Well, where did the white people come from? Because they have a timeline of 6,000 years. Where did they come from? And how did they mutate? I think we should do a whole live about that. Oh my God. I never. Oh shit. What's up, Mason Chase in the building? Oh my God. Mason Chase, it's been so long. Oh my God. They've been living a lie so long they believe it. But you know what? I I just okay, y'all. So what I want to do over here is just create a space. Y'all listen to me for 1 second. Create a space for white people who are just learning this stuff the way we are. It's a lot for them to unpack. They come from the Caucasus Mountains. They are the Neanderthals with tails. I've just checked and you was right, Queen. I told you. It's a lot. We're all learning together. I done told y'all, we live we're in a different, they say we live in a different thing. We're in a different era. It's very spiritual. Everything is different. And all of the lies.